I buy and sell cars a lot. I like to buy cars on Craigslist, pretty cheap, under $5,000, and just drive them around and see how they act. Right, I want to see what like an old Mercedes or an old BMW or old Saabs, roughly 15 to 20 years old. I want to see how well they've held up compared to, say, newer cars that are built like let's say a 2010 to a 2015 Chevy Malibu or a Ford Taurus or a Ford Fusion or a Mazda 6 or something like that. So anyway, I picked up this 1996 Mercedes E320, and I don't know, my camera's, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's got a very, very close picture to the dash. But this thing is, like I said, okay, so it's 20 years old, and it actually runs and drives like, I don't know, like a newer car. I would say a newer car, not new, right, obviously. But, yeah. No check engine light, kind of low on gas, but the car actually mechanically is sound. There are no weird squeaks or vibrations or wind noise. There's absolutely no wind noise at all. I drove a 2012 Infiniti QX56, which I believe is now the QX80, and this car is just as quiet as that, and that thing was like $80,000. So anyway, this car cost $2,000. It's got cold air conditioning, everything in it works. Has, I don't know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 speaker stereo, CD player, all kinds of stuff, right? Never been wrecked. Probably had 2 or 3 owners. Anyway, if you take care of your Mercedes, these things will last. I've only had one other Mercedes other than this, and it was a 1994 C220, which, if you're not familiar with Mercedes, it's just a little bitty, tiny. It's like the size, maybe a little bit bigger than a Honda Civic, little 4-cylinder. It's just your basic around town city car from the mid-90s. Anyway, yeah, so this is a really good car, and if you're a Mercedes fan, I definitely recommend picking up one of these older Mercedes, especially if you can get one for less than $2,000 with everything working. No check engine light, passed inspection, absolutely no wrecks, and on the highway, I took this car up to probably 100 miles an hour, and I knew it, again, it felt like a new car. So, go Mercedes.